2019, a little something something was arranged in person and online and social media, with and without virtual. That did I not use my left hand during, I'm a stalker. Well, I did not use my left hand very often, and I am not a stalker. I used my right hand because it was stronger than my left hand wrist. And many other people fabricated lots of evidence they tried, showed, and told it was true that I am a stalker. That I am a stalker, that is, because I did not use my left hand. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Did I mention who? Terry Hodgkinson. Self-defense class 2019 and other times. I did not use my left hand. Instead, I favored my right hand. Doesn't mean I was bad. Purposeful, and wrong. All, I just chose not to do it. And I waited and waited. And ever since, many other people have fabricated evidence, proof that I was guilty. To and about other people, about my parents, and all pets, all fur babies, and myself, and one and more other. It's all out there, especially by somebody that's named Janice Payne, who's been a bully and a stalker her whole life. And all other people did too. Because I didn't use my left hand, such as on his face, around his face, not mine, around, oh, it was on this side, I think. Here, more than 40 times. Because I'm awesome. I am awesome. And I'm good. When I'm good, I'm very good. Such as other people's staff and members, Active Out Center of Mississauga. All that evidence. The only person that's ever actually stood by me, weird enough and funny enough, is letters sender, and alleged vice president, Active Out Center Mississauga, Joan Cruz. Because she allowed me to return there on several occasions, with and without I worked there more. Without and or with I worked there more as a member, etc. I am. I was. I beat. I did. And I went to police several times who obviously were online and or other health, heard about all that, saw and heard that. And the same, they blamed me for everything instead of arresting themselves and went and or more bully and stalker. And as stalker, the names I mentioned before. I mean, everyone that came off of the virtual and social media and all elsewhere blaming me. There's other people and theirs and or photos, videos, pictures, portraits, paintings, films, videos, recordings, audios, all media and all documented, all published, all public, and all on securities cameras, images, live, real time, and recorded, showed and told, show and tell. I'm not lying. I really did it on purpose, not use my left hand. And somebody or other typed it all up on social media and said it all on social media, and they went along with it. Now it's 2024, and how many days left before the new year? Seriously, is it what? 23 days left to the remain this year. 23 plus 8, is that 31? I think that's 31 days left this year.
Do you know where the rice puddings are?
Not right now, no.
I can't find them.
I often don't use my left hand. It's not my fault. It's other people's fault. Other people's faults. before, during, later, and since November 12 and 13, 2024. And I dedicated my white hot chocolate to many of those other people yesterday. I couldn't, even if I wanted to use my left hand in 2019, which it did, because it wasn't as strong as it was before November 12th, 2024, before those other people, that other person especially, did that to my hand. And it's recuperating rather well, I believe. So, I even tried to play the ukulele more. Did I, Mom? I did pretty good for a few weeks, but it was painful. Yeah, I can use a tambourine. That's really weird. And I could possibly play the keyboard that's more organ, but not very. Just a few, maybe a few songs. I would put a lot of effort into it nowadays. I don't even type on a typewriter a keyboard. I could, I can, but it's not what it used to be. It feels different. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like an empty feeling when I use my left hand lots. Just feels empty. I mean, I use my left hand. Before November 12th, those other people, that other person did, I used my hands oftener. I'm using them lots now for foods and beverages, but for anything that's arts and crafts, I really don't use often anymore. It's really sad. And most of my athletics too, I don't use my hands as much more. So my hair is, a lot of other people online, social media have mentioned, I do have a hair appointment later this year to get them washed and blow dried, because I find my left wrist has been wobbly again more, and I rest. And I found that the antidepressants my doctor gave me as their most recent sedatives, and the hospital staff, November 13, 2024, gave me, I should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not use at the same time as antidepressants, and I need the pain relief, even though I don't take it every day. So when I go back to my doctor, I'm going to mention it. Maybe they'll give me the sedatives back again so I can have them when and if, because I do like to rest and sleep. That's why I've taken up exercising, indoor walk fit once more. And because of the neighborhood, there is an indoor gym. I've used it before, and some of the machinery wasn't that good, like the cycling thing. I suppose I should use that as well. Although right now I'm just staying where the few places I am now. When and if other people showed and told show and tell, all that social media, all that internet, all that stuff about my left hand, left wrist, hopefully things will get the better. And just because I can't, well, I can walk and I could talk and everything. I mean, we're the bingo staff, short of staff. My mom can see. My mom's memory, on the other hand, sometimes. Bingo. I mean, I could, if I'm there, I could be a runner or something. I could even do the circling if the other persons weren't available. I could do anything, really. I even remember bingo calling. I haven't done that in how many years? How long has it been since I've done that? Hey, Mom, I haven't been a bingo caller in a while. Yeah, I can remember. Game one, first number. And then have everybody say, bingo's called. and just listens back and say, game one, game, or whatever it is, the spew at the end to say game closed. Same with the book club. I mean, not against anybody else doing the book club, being the leader, the book club leader, whatever it's called nowadays. I'd do that more if I could. If they ever need somebody again, I'd gladly read books and do the Q&A at the end of it, the social after it. I can't do kitchen because of my hands and wrists now, but kitchen help. But I sure said I would really like to help there, or keep it afloat. More the merrier. I mean, it's within walking distance. Why not? And the concussions I got, I still don't feel 100% right. I swear by it. But then I'm getting more health care. I'm going to hopefully get all sorted so I can enjoy the rest of my life. See if there's any signs, any symptoms, any behaviors, any CAT scans, any MRIs uh, shows that I have epilepsy since, because I've collapsed. And I know it's sinus bradycardia related, most of it. The dizziness, the low heartbeat, heart rate, whatever it's called, sinus bradycardia. I mean, when I go below 30, and the great thing about technology is I could just log on to an app with the internet and or Wi-Fi, and either use my finger or just the camera, and I can find out how low I am or how high I am, so that when I found out, like, I'm very early at above 60, I was at 50s for a while, then I was hospitalized in July, below 50s. I thought, you know what, it's about time I do something. Bullshit, I should not exercise and I should not sweat and that I should avoid heat. Okay, I can't use a sauna. I can't use a hot tub. I have to stay cool. Although I should not stay still, because I find when I stay still, the sinus bradycardia drops. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to exercise more. And I was really getting excited about returning to drum fit classes. Although it's good for balance. I find my hands, I liked it. It's music. And urban pole walking I liked because it's out and about in nature. I like to do that. I've always liked nature. Nature can be boring, don't get me wrong, because I grew up with it. So nature can be boring because I've been around it many times younger, boring. Although it has its good benefits, it has its health benefits, it's rather awesome. Then I get into a city and I'm like, oh, I have to do more. But I like to, there's so many nice nature trails and everything around. And I like to do it more in a group than by myself. It's so pleasant. Although I don't like to bring lots of it in. I don't bring anything in anymore, not even a flower. And although I could possibly get, I mean, I wouldn't mind a bouquet. I mean, I have some indoor garden. I mean, I'm not as arachnophobic as I was before, although I do have my fears. Not paranoia, not psychosis, not schizophrenia, not delusions. Spiders were real. But I mean, online, I barely even reach out to anybody, very. And when I do, if the other persons don't like hearing from me, I mean, my comments, my replies, I mean, they could just reset their privacy settings and just hid their social media for me and or blocked me, online. And, yeah, I mean, the Active Out Center in Mississauga and somewhere else online, a veterinarian I used to go to, many of them must have either heard about it or seen it somehow or other about my left hand, and they thought, oh, good, we get to be bad and not get punished because we'll put it all on her, and she can't do anything about it because of her left hand. Hands. Oh, itchy nose. Oh. And this is one of my favorite hairstyles. I love wearing my hairs like this. I really truly do. It's an everyday kind of thing. Some other people I've watched online showed and told it's a form of elegance. A form of elegance is a form of convenience. Often I'll wear a bag on my shoulder. I mean, this just keeps the hair out of the way so it doesn't get tangled up in my backpack or knapsack or purse or handbag straps. Same one as the other way, it's just convenience. I don't think of it as very elegant. I've seen other hairstyles more elegant. To me, this is very witchy. Trick or treat. I mean, Janice Payton, the fat ass, lard ass, no talent, queen bee of bullying, harassing, uh, internet trolling, stalking, lying, falsely accused, falsely alleged my parents and my parents' parents and all pets, all fur babies, and myself and one and more other, just to get what out of it? Satisfaction, what? And what attention? All the other stalkers, too. Oh. When healthcare does return back to the normality it should, can, could, may, must, and need be, I will be public once more about my health. I will let you know all those MRI and CAT scans test results. Do I or do I not? Did I and or did I not have epilepsy? I know I've had migraines, headaches. I'm a migraine sufferer. That doesn't mean that you get to hurt me and give me headaches, not get judged as. Migraines are a pain in the ass too. They really do. They get. When I get a severe migraine, which I have not had in a while, I can vomit. Well, I could vomit. I could have diarrhea. It just goes right through me. It's really gross. It's even embarrassing when that happens in public. I do have some medication somewhere but I haven't taken that in a while. But I mean, a little headache happens occasionally. Like right now, maybe it's just a little headache, but it's so minute. I don't bother with any medication. I just have a caffeine. I get headaches when I have less caffeine. I've noticed too. Withdrawal. Caffeine. My doctors, one of them, many have said, reduce your caffeine intake, it'll be better for you. And I'm like, sinus bradycardia. Caffeine makes my heart beat faster. Why would I? Oh, sleep. Oh, so I've dinner time when I have my dinner tonight. I'm gonna have one more caffeinate and then I go right into decaf. So decaffeinated, I don't even put anything in my cold water boiled hot. And that actually works greater and better in me than did chamomile and St. John's wort. It's really weird. And acetaminophen, is it acetaminophen or it's all those medications. They were like, oh, we believe everybody else. You know that stalker Janice Payton and other people accused. I mean, I don't even keep in touch with her. I mean, I've sent her messages when I believed I saw and heard her in my neighborhood. I was like, why are you here? I tried to get the license plates. I didn't know she was alive. And in parking, I'm like, who is she really? Because she doesn't have that. Her real life is morbidly obese, lazy, isolated herself from all others, very rarely socialized with one anymore. She didn't have a lot of education to work. She always loved being abused by her parents and molested by her father. She always lied. She never was attractive. She never was pretty. She always was said to and about us that you're too skinny. Nobody will ever love you. You're too pretty. Why are you single? And I'm like, I choose to be single. She always had delusions of romances. Of, oh, I'm going to be getting married. My boyfriend looks like Ricky Martin, the Latin singer Ricky Martin. We never got to see that person. We never saw and heard anybody that looked and sounded like Ricky Martin with her. That she was dating, engaged to, and married, and conceived and birthed with. Never saw anybody. Never heard anybody like that. And they had so many delusions about being so liked and loved by other people allegedly related to Janice's parents, Gene and Roger. Never happened. Janice was like, oh, you never worked. When my work history and all that stuff comes back to normal, outside of all that woman and all other mentally ill, delusional um, stalkers, they're going to see that none of that, they're going to see and hear and feel and not happy. None of that ever happened. I was really very busy. 15 years, I didn't know them. I didn't know most anybody. I was very family oriented. I had some friends and acquaintances. And then I got older and I worked many places, some of which was medical and entertainment, maybe news. I don't know. I was so young back then. Um, and I still like to hang out where there's arts and crafts, entertainment, other entertainers. I can even entertain. I've done it before. But I usually just say it's rehab, so who knows what I'm going to come up with this time. I'm working on a couple of things, and maybe next year, keep an eye out. You might see me performing somewhere once more, if all goes well. So I can show and tell. Even if they're my haters before, online, offline, haters. They've even, you know, if there's a variety show, maybe I'll co-star in it again. I call it rehab. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe they'll put out their drum fit or more chair exercises. Sit and dance closed down. There was enough students apparently, allegedly. Does my sinus bradycardia levels get higher? Maybe I could do some line dancing more. Maybe without trying out, because they've known me for so long. They'll cast me in a show as an actress. I didn't show up in Two Technical Halls this year because even as an audience member, in case Santa Claus was going to ask that question that I can vaguely remember, although answered before earlier. I guess been in the audience and sang 12 Days of Christmas too. We're there. My mom wanted to go play bingo off site at the other center. I wonder what happened because I looked at the social media and I couldn't find on Facebook, Instagram anything about that show during, later since. It's like the mentally ill sort of wore into that center and changed it into the most stupidest thing on the planet. Most people with social media, they would promote it all, and show and tell. Oh, this is the 12 Days of Christmas. I mean, I did chair exercises. I wasn't perfect because I wasn't feeling well, but I wasn't contagious. It was what it was, and I was having such a good time. I just sat there and I was just lapping it up, and I was like, oh, it was a good day out. And I was like, and of course, as one of the many foodie beauties, Bellis's, the cast, which I was one of, I got to eat with the cast. Ah, that was good food. So yeah, that was good. I mean, social media has its good moments virtually too, but it's rather lonely, I find. I mean, once I turn it off, that's that. That's it. Whereas it did all that, it's never ending. It's history, you know, and it should always be put out there. Whether I did it perfectly and or I missed a step here or there. I'm not ashamed that I have something wrong with me, sinus bradycardia, and I've had concussions. I don't mind. That I had an injury, and that it was an accident, and that I've had another accident since then, and then I was assaulted later and injured. I'm not ashamed. I have no shame. I am not ashamed. I'm glad when I get this washed and blow dried. I like all the compliments. Like my hair colors. It was only supposed to be for Halloween, but you like it. I might do a poll later tonight when I come back with my calf, and you could vote. Do I keep my hair these colors during Christmas and my birthday? My birthday and Christmas, I should say. More yeses than nos. I won't do it perfectly, but I will do all the ends because I just don't feel up to doing any more than that. Not till next year. Okay? Alrighty, alrighty. Ooh. Oh, I like this blanket. Such a bright color. I don't like dark. Most people are like, other people are like, oh, you're a witch. You can't be a witch. You like colors. You like too many colors. Most witches are supposed to like dark and dreary. And I'm like what? Black. I'm like, no. I mean, black is supposed to be a color of elegance. I mean, when I come out, I'm like browns and beiges. And I suppose that's maybe why. Maybe I'll just keep this then. I don't know. And I mean, I don't wear black very often. And when I'm elegant, funny enough, I do. I love colors. And this year, I don't know even when there's a gala. I don't even know if they're having. I haven't seen it advertised. They haven't told me anything, which is really unfortunate. Because I would have body positivity promoted that without fat shaming, which is what I'm doing for the rest of the year. Because I don't care if they're fat and or skinny. They're I just like to be liked and accepted and allowed to attend it without any more all bad, all purposeful, all wrong suspensions. Because I didn't deserve that. ESAs, that's Employment Standards Act, labor laws, human rights, all that stuff. All Canada laws. All laws. I didn't deserve it. I know I'm right. Most everybody knows I'm right. And I do. I just love colors. I love colors. I love, as a witch, I love the color yellow. Color's yellow. I don't understand where it's all come from, but whenever I get even my outfits on Halloween, yellow. I want gold. I used to always think silver, which is why I wear lots of grays, but for some reason or other, with this cat I've got, this color yellows. Lots of yellow. I love bright. I like and love everything bright, including towels. I love everything with color. Not white, but yellow. Yellows. It's a form of self-expression. I just love yellows. I love yellow cats. I used to have a yellow ginger cat. We used to have cats. Yellows. I wouldn't mind having another yellow cat. It's not a problem with me. Or even a yellow dog. Well, a sort of golden haired ginger like dog. I don't care. Don't care if the dog's even black. I love everything and everything. I mean, it's just a black dog I could put a yellow collar on. He's got a yellow collar to wear later this year. That's what he's going to be wearing this Valentine's Day. Yellow. Scrap all the red. All the socially claimed, oh, you have to wear red on Valentine's Day. You don't have to wear red. You can wear yellow and I can wear purple. And if he doesn't make it to this new Valentine's Day 2025, I want him cremated wearing his new yellow cat collar. I really do. I want him buried in it. Cremated in it. I should. Yeah. Cremated. Say yay. He's in his house. Yeah, we're not finished decorating Christmas this year. Got a little more to do. I got this kitchen table to do tomorrow. And a couple of other things to put out. And yeah, the previous place, I sincerely hope the new residents in there have enjoyed. Um, I did not. It needed new window cut. I didn't want to spend lots of money on it because I did originally, but then the neighbors were shit and stalkers on and off social media. So I was like, I really just wanted it patched up. I didn't want to spend lots of money on it. And it was just such a, when it's not a good place, you call it a lemon. It was such a lemon. Need new window coverings. Needed some repairs, some big time floors. It needed a new shower. I think I put the shower curtain in. That was pretty good. Uh, it needed fumigated, obviously. And the staff condominium apparently didn't do that, obviously. And they didn't always give us notices of entry there too. And same here, they just deluded themselves. They believed they should, can, could, may, must, needed, came and went anytime they wanted to. That's not right. With and or without an alleged master key. That's trespass. And or break and entering happened. And when people are on social media and they see and hear with enter with the virtual media, all that, they should, can, could, may, must, need go back in history and geography and English and actually investigate before they start accusing, alleging, and lying. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Because most everybody that I knew and or alleged knew us died, dead, and all how. And all where, and all when. And my wishing my father was alive doesn't change that he's dead. He is dead. I just can't get to him to give him a bouquet. So I've tried, to have bouquets at home. I still want to celebrate. I mean, I love celebrating Mother's Day because my dad had to have a woman in order to made me, so therefore I want to celebrate Mother's Day, which is also my way of celebrating Father's Day because I don't really like to celebrate Father's Day until I got this cat, and I began celebrating Father's Day more. And not true all my exes and or one and or more. It's me that had to pay alimony and or palimony to them or and or anything financial. It's the other way around. They should, can, could, may, and must and need give alimony and or palimony payments about to and about me. And did they not like being in my social media? They should have contracted it and kept it because they've been on social media, they've been public, and they slandered and defamated my parents, my parents' parents, my parents' parents' parents, my and all other pets, fur babies, and myself, and one and or more instead. And were they on social media and or virtual? All the more. They should have been sued a long time ago. With and or without uh, reconciliating past relationships, with me. I mean, all documents, all videos, all photos, all recordings, all on securities, cameras, images, live, real-time recorded, all media, all published, all public. That those three other centers got, had, and have about, to, and about my parents, my parents' parents, my parents' parents' parents, all pets, all fur babies, and myself, and all those senders there, all that hate mail, all that stuff that they didn't want me there anymore, um, any complaints, all those complainants, one, they should have been suspended. Two, did they keep complaining? They should have been expelled. And all the ones that phoned and in person and by mail and all other how to those centers from virtuals and all social media and all elsewhere, they should have been reported to security, well, security at least, and police, and those centers should have sued them for slander and defamation. But there was that many of them. The center could have closed due to lack of financing to keep the centers open because they were like such adamant stalkers. Oh, we're right, we're wrong. Here's the piece of paper. Here's the proof. Here's the screenshot. And I'm like, here's some screenshots of it yourself. Go look at it online. Here's some links. It's not me. It's somebody else. Always. And all those accusers too. I don't even know who they all are. Examples. Here's four surnames. Surnames. Thompson, Bellis, Peyton, Allen. That's surnames. There's two more. Three more. Sabo, Taylor, Madden. There's lots of them that should not, complained. I mean, it's none of their business. They should never have showed up where we were before, during, later, and since November 13, 2024, including healthcare's. There's no way somebody with those surnames should have gone to and about our healthcare workers, our healthcare teams, doctors, nurses. They should never have been. And were they there? The doctors should have contacted security and or police and had them taken away. And it should have all been in court already. The doctors didn't want to go to court. What are they trying to hide? They don't even need us to testify. It's all on health records. They were being harassed. They were being stalked by the same people. They were too weak to do anything about it. And like I said, anybody and everybody that did wrong because of my hands, instead of me being the stalker, they developed it themselves. Those behavioral problems. Hopefully this is the last day I have to mention it all, and we can all return back to social media that's entertainment purposes only, because I really just wanted to do my social media as active, athletics, well-being, and fitness, and occasionally some fun, religion, religious. To me, that's a hobby, not much of a career anymore. It's fun, such as Samhain, Halloween, Yule, winter solstice, Christmas. Get dressed up, get on a bit of colors, have some fun. I'd even do this if I was living up north. I come out of up north, I find myself a decent manicurist, have the same manicures, same hairstyles, and same fashions. I would be sitting around in yellows. I mean, the dress gown thing I wore Halloween, Active Out Center, Mississauga, was that just the cutest thing? It was so much yellow and gold. And after that, I'm back into grays. I do like my silvers. I have a gold, sort of like, it's not an acorn, it's a pine cone. Pine cone hanging on my door. The symbolic meanings and definitions. You can go Google it. Pagan, Wiccan religion. It just makes me feel better, And I got a silver one. I'm gonna wear. See, it's a special occasion. I'm not gonna say too much about it because I want it to really happen, and I'm so looking forward to it. Can I make a video of it? I might, at least going in. Then I might get one photograph. I might even make it my new profile photo. Although I like the profile photo I've got now. I look really good. Awesome. You'd never believe that, I'm bigger and better than you are. I'm a greater person than you are. I can take no for an answer, unlike you, other people who prejudged all purposefully, all purposeful, all bad, all wrong us, instead of did your jobs. I'm a bigger and better person than you are, and the other people at least I showed and told the truth all times, always. I was right, and they were all wrong. I mean, I haven't been into anybody else's apartments ever. Not in this neighborhood, not since I became a resident. Before, during, later, and since May 8th. This year, I mean, I haven't done it. When was it? 2022, 2023? I have not done it. I don't do that kind of thing. That's what party room is for, to have fun. Many of my friends and acquaintances, mutual and whatever, some have reportedly died. So my group is getting smaller and smaller, or they moved, and it's just a smaller, but it's okay. Those other people I mentioned, stalkers, notation, you won't see them invited. I'm not inviting them personally. They're not invited. They're not invited this year too. They weren't invited. They were not invited my 50th birthday and my 55th birthday, two monumental occasions, and I included the Active Adult Center Mississauga. Those other people, stalkers that I mentioned, Thompsons, Paytons, Edwardses, Sabos, Maddens, Taylors, Allens, all of them, they were not invited. They were not there. Not at the same table as I was sitting, and also not invited Beckett and Hodgkinson. Absolutely. Oh, and my next door neighbors, they weren't invited to. Other residents, with and without their guests. I'm going to celebrate more. I don't like to drink hot chocolate as often as I am. I like it because I'm drinking those cream of rice things. I make it a liquid with a little bit of solid. I prefer it liquidy. Smooth chocolate, condiment, coffee, and 1 or 2 spoonfuls of some hot chocolate with and or without marshmallows. Stir it all up. Serve. Takes me a while to get through it, but it's worth it. Since I multiple, I can't swallow vitamins. So far, so good. I did do a ritual, although I did do some stuffed eggs, and I did what I did. I find all those vitamin nutrients in that cream of rice are like a multiple vitamin, and it's just, I feel a bit better. It's helping get rid of that sinus bradycardia, though. It's getting higher numbers. I can exercise. It's got vitamin A in it. It's vitamin B, vitamin whatever, minerals, maybe some vitamin C, which is not the greatest for my iron levels, although it is what it is. I feel better for it. I'm going to exercise more this week. I am. I got to get some um, gonna start wrapping some Christmas presents. Not giving lots out. It's just uh, my mom and I, my cat, my garden, indoors. And I wanted to get outside, but not this weekend, and sort of move everything over to this side. There's furniture out there. Somebody offered to help me take it away, but they never came to do that, so it's still there. So I'm just gonna try to move it over out of sight, out of mind, and just have that little bit of garden that happened. I wonder if any of it will grow. I'm not gonna do much this spring. Am I living here more? I'm just gonna sort of just, you know, maybe some marigolds and snapdragons more. I love snapdragons. They are so beautiful and they're so inexpensive, and they can be expensive too because there are expensive snapdragons. I just love the word snapdragon and the Latin word meaning that. I just think they're beautiful. And I like marigolds because marigolds, you can get them in yellow and orange and rustic. It's a beautiful autumn flower I really like. And some of the flowers remind me of Bellis perennials because they're big pom pom kind of things, and the Bellis perennials can be little pom pom things. They're so cute. Beautiful. That's it. Where I to grow a vegetable garden, I do it indoors. I've tried before, and am I going to wait before having another pet after this cat? I want to get a Venus flytrap and put that with my garden indoors. That'd be interesting. Maybe I'll name it Taz or Avocado. I don't know. Or, yeah, be interesting. Because I don't know if it's going to be he or she unless I study, but that'd be a nice addition. I'd have one now, but they're who and what they are, and my cat. I don't want. They are Venus flytraps. When they are Venus flytraps, they are. They're like an animal. They really are like an animal. And yeah, right now I don't know about my aloe. Don't know. I might not even keep the cup that it's in. I might, but I don't want to dispose of it just yet because there's green on the branch or leaf. There's green just waiting to see if it takes root. Because if there's roots, I'm gonna wait about a week more and see what happens. My mom, African violet, is doing really well. The leaves are beautiful. I haven't seen any buds as of yet. My cactus, it's doing so lots better. It looks less stressed. Loves the new soil. It just looks gorgeous, and I'm just looking forward to the same. I believe they were pink flowers of some kind or other. I am so looking forward to the flowers. The first budding, whether I'm doing as many vlogs and live streams, videos as before, and community posts, I will most definitely make a photo of and or short video of, and definitely vlog it and or community post it or put it on somewhere else like Instagram. Just, I'm so excited. I got an event calendar with pieces of chocolate. Haven't ate any of the chocolate. I just like it the way it is. Maybe I'll eat the chocolate in January. It's just so cute. Are you a local and or a resident and or a passerby? You'll see that other residents have put Christmas lights outside apartments. I'm not doing that always. Sometimes I'll put a candle that's battery operated on my window ledge and or at a table nearby. It's not Diwali, it's just a light. As most everybody knows, I'm afraid of the dark. Not paranoid, afraid of the dark. And sometimes when I can't sleep, it's nice to see a light on and know that it's just me and my cat in my room and we're safe, healthier, and well, happy. You know? And some pine cones all around us. Yeah. I love the smell of pine. It smells really good. It's been a long year. It's been a long 17, 18 years. Most other people would never have lived as long and as well as I have lived. I am grateful, I suppose. I've made it this long without having to be bedridden and living wheelchair bound. And I'm not ugly, I'm not grotesque. I mean, I'm not as attractive as I was before 17, 18, whatever, 2006. You know, my skin, my face. My hands, my wrists, my feet, my toes, my neck, my hips, my thighs. I could go on and on about my imperfections. I have many. But when I'm dressed, I find I'm really rather pretty. Prettier than I thought I'd ever be at this age. I just find sometimes I get lonely. I don't have hugs. I don't get in-person hugs as often as I used to. I'm single now. My cat does hug in his own way, and I gave my mom a hug once this year because that's the only time she'd allow me to give her a hug. Maybe once, not many times. Our health care was so wrong. I remember when they used to give needles in the stomach, alleged that was to prevent probable blood clots. Since then, even I bruise easy, and my mom bruises easier than that. My blood is thicker than it should be. I'm not at my iron ferritin levels, so even this, I like biotin. I love biotin. And I drink lots of fluids, like I said, the water. So I'm probably later, either before the end of this year, most definitely the beginning of next year, I'm going to find out my iron ferritin levels, my glucose levels. I know what my glucose, the other day it was 4.5, and all the stuff I ate yesterday, it was 4.4. And I'm not checking it because I'm diabetic. I'm just checking it just for the fun of it. Below 7.5, below 7.7. Excuse me. My BMI is considered normal. According to apps. And the weight remains 140. 140. Except one app that showed I was 143, but then all the other ones were 140. Hey. So I'm going to get my dinner, and I'll come back with, I won't eat it all, but I'll let you see it. Vegetarian, I suppose. And that's pretty much it for the night. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a da-da-da. Ha! Jingle bells. Oh, let me say hello to you all first. I see there's some comments. I like your hair. I love you, beautiful grandmother. Do old people fart? You're depressed? I'm glad that you found a space to chat when you feel alone. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know that all old people fart, although I know more than one have done it. Have did it. Have farted. It depends too on what the age you're referred to as old. Over 65 years old and or over 55 years old or over 50 years old. I farted. Good night. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Be back with my dinner soon. Bye.